3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we are back at the end of the Lundy Show. Al, what'd you think of that action, buddy?
That was kind of insane.
Yeah, it was a good show. I'm definitely kind of impressed with our productivity on that show. We really didn't. We didn't venture.
I'm kind of impressed with this bang.
Yeah,
I got cotton candy flip. I didn't know what to expect.
The cotton candy is pretty good. It kind of makes me feel weird at the beginning, but at the end of the day, it all does the same stuff. Is that why we're more productive today?
I don't know. I was going to chalk it up to the fact that I was well rested and ate a nutritious breakfast.
Damn. Well, it's almost 10. I mean, it's after 10 o'clock for you, but breakfast is an afterthought for me at this point. Are we on number 95? Yeah. Wow. Damn. Number 95. We're almost to 100. And they haven't shut us off yet.
It's amazing.
Well, we did have an episode taken down for excessive swearing, which I thought was weird. What should we title this one?
Oh. I'd say Mania, but that's kind of all we talked about.
The two best matches on Mania. How can we word that?
I'm gonna see if I can think of a really bad pun using both their names.
The wrestling for the Mania. The promos for the Mania.
I got it. I was gonna say a Lynch for a WrestleMania main event.
Oh, there we go. Let's back this up. A Lynch for a Mania main event. Dude, that was perfect. That just made that show or the show pop in my mind.
Yeah.
Just pop.
It kind of says what we're talking about.
Yeah, I
can think of a way to work Kofi and Becky in there.
No, that works. I think that's gonna work. I think we might get hung or something, but don't worry about it. It'll fall on me because that's just the way it is.
Oh, did we get hung for something before?
I told you that I got emails from a couple of people that were in support of that guy that we fucking buried like a fucking shovel, right?
He's got fans that listen to us?
Apparently, I got 3 just hate-filled babbled emails about how it was wrong of us for him to attack us. And that if they ever figure out who either one of us really are, even though it's very simple, I say my full name in the opening every show. I my first and last name. A simple Facebook search, or even looking to see who the creator of the Lundy Show Facebook page is, you would fucking find out who I am. And then you can say whatever you want about me not liking pedophiles, and I guarantee 99.9% of my friends on Facebook are going to roast you like a turkey. Or they're going to bury your ass. Plain and simple.
So we had people that listened and support pedophilia and got pissed we were crapping on it.
100%.
What the hell?
Yeah. The one I don't know if it was, I don't want to assume gender, but okay. I'm sure they're part of that extreme, the extreme LGBTQA. Mambla or just that extremist part of the LGBTQA community, the ones that think that pedophilia and bestiality and incest are just a sexual orientation. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, those type of people. I think on that far extreme side of that movement, that's the only part of that movement that we hear about anymore. But just so everybody knows,
the ones that give it a bad name.
right? And just so everybody knows, in like YouTube land, obviously, we're not against homosexuality and being trans or whatever. Like, I want to just make that abundantly clear now before somebody decides to attack me for that. But yeah, it basically stated like the last one went on this fucking just irritating ramble for a solid like half a paragraph of what shitty people we are for not understanding that pedophilia is not only a sexual orientation, but it's a mental disease, and that we need to not join the movement and roast this person and blah blah blah. And I responded to that one, and I said, hey, look, there's simple ways.
Disease, get treated for it.
If it's a disease, and that's what I said. If it's a disease, why don't you front the money? Because this fucker ain't working anymore. So why don't you front the money to have this guy go to Pedophilia Anonymous or whatever the fuck they would call it, right? This video isn't getting monetized. I can guarantee it.
That was you. I don't think I've said any F-bombs tonight.
No, but the YouTube thing has no chance of getting monetized. But I said, if you believe that,
no chance in hell.
You've got so you guys understand this too. Like I've talked about bringing you guys in at the close of the show. I have to say it in the show and during the show notes that we don't own the rights to the music, and that's why we get away with using it. YouTube will literally, from what I've been told, will take the video feed down immediately if they hear it. I've actually had videos on Facebook taken down because they can hear WWE in the background. Like I could hear Monday Night Raw in the background, one of them, and they cut the video. It was a live feed on one of the Facebook pages I'm on, and they cut the feed. And they said that WWE reported this, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not trying to fucking bootleg Monday Night Raw. If you really want to watch Monday Night Raw, you can watch it on USA. But that's why we're not going to bring this in at the end of the show. We're going to wait till we're done and the music's done playing, and then we're going to bring it in and talk about things for your entertainment only. So you're welcome. But yeah, so then I said, and then the other thing is that was kind of what I led into at the end there, is if you don't like the things that we talk about on this show, don't listen. Unsubscribe, don't listen. Because we do get rank, we do get crazy, things get said that neither one of us probably really believe or care that we're saying it at the time. It's for entertainment. Do I really think Vince McMahon is an asshole? Probably not. You know what I mean? I think the guy is a freaking genius. I don't think he's an asshole. Like, who gets the idea to try to add traction to a WrestleMania main event? Who just tells Ronda to go and talk shit? Just open up and say that you're gonna embarrass everybody. You're gonna embarrass the fans. You're gonna embarrass the talent. You're gonna blah 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 blah. Whatever that was that I played for you at the end of the show when I found it on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Vince is a genius. Do I really think he's an asshole? No. Do I think it's going to help maybe boost the show a little bit if we're putting Becky Lynch's name in it somewhere? What did we say it was? The Lynch.
Man, now I can't remember.
The Lynch for main event.
A Lynch to win WrestleMania, right. Or to main event.
No, I got
Main
you.
event
A
wrestling.
Lynch.
There we go.
Main event mania. So main fuckers. Don't start with wow. That was
Did you get
fast.
autocorrect?
No, but that was fast. Literally, like I'm still typing in a Lynch to Main Event Mania, and I'm uploaded already. I'm pretty goddamn impressed with my internet.
You must have pretty good bandwidth then.
I have the best money can buy through Spectrum right now.
There you go.
Out.
You gotta screenshot those emails and send them to me. I read them.
I'm going to. If there's
Yeah.
So I got to ask you this too. Like, do you use Gmail? Obviously, don't give out your Gmail account. Just do you use Gmail?
Yeah.
Have you had problems with Gmail, like just randomly deleting emails?
Not that I can recall.
I like at least once a month, like I'll lose emails. They're gone. Can't find them. Nowhere. And it's on all three of my email accounts, like all three of my Gmail accounts. And one of them I was using for work before my work email got set up. And gone. Like important stuff that I needed for a car deal. Gone.
Yeah. Is that what you're working on when Bischoff came in?
No, I was with another customer and she I was like, hey, I'll be right back. Because I knew who it was right walking up. Like nobody else is wearing a collar and elbow fucking hoodie in Cody, Wyoming for one. And he's got a very unique look.
Yeah.
So I walked up, he recognized me and shook his hand. And I said, hey, Eric, let me get you into somebody that can take care of you. I'm a little tied up. Because right away after we shook hands and had a little minute dialogue, like a little mini dialogue. Hold on. Let me finish typing in the show notes here. Al and I chat up about the build up to 2 matches that have a lot of attention leading into Mania. Sit back and enjoy. Listener discretion is advised. Add. Sorry, kids. So I walked up and I walked him up and we were talking and I'm like, hey, wow, really weird to see you here. And he goes, oh yeah, why is that? And I said, I thought I read somewhere on Twitter or something that you and Conrad were in Chicago. And he goes, oh no, that was last weekend. Me and the wife just got back from Tampa and blah, blah, blah. And as we're walking up and she's like, I mean, like, holy shit, man, this guy's a super fucking mark. And he goes, you still listen to podcasts. I'm like, oh yeah, it's all I listen to just about every day, even at the gym. He goes, really? I said, dude, I'm going to be flat out honest with you. Even though like the 83 weeks, part of 83 weeks is done, you're still my number one of 2 like absolute must listen podcasts. And he goes, oh, what's the other one? And I'm like, Edge and Christian's Pod of Awesomeness. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, they're great. And he goes, I got a lot of friends that listen. I got to check it out. You're like the 100th person in the last 2 days. Tell me I need to take a listen. So then I passed him off. And like, as I was walking back out to my customers who I knew weren't buying that day, because the truck that they wanted to look at wasn't there anymore. Yeah. Like it was out. I think we sent it up to auction because it sat for almost a year or something, or somebody wanted to get rid of it, even though I'd said like the day prior that I have like 2 customers that are onto that truck, and that's just the way it went. So, It was a very unique 1794 edition of the Toyota Tundra.
Uh-huh.
So that's comparable to the High Country of Chevy, the GMC, any GMC Denali package or any Denali package in GMC, and the King Ranch package in the Fords, in the pickups anyways. So but I'm walking back out and I'm like, why in the fuck did I do that? Like, really? It would have been fucking great to sell Eric Bischoff a Pleasure Way conversion van. Like, just in my head, it's just like, oh man, really? Come on. Like, and that's when I text you when my customers left that I knew weren't buying. It was like, I just passed on that. Like, really? And everybody's like, oh, what the hell? What's the big deal? I'm like, you guys know who that was? And the only one that knew who it was my sales manager. And I'm like, that was Eric Bischoff, like one of the most influential people ever in professional wrestling. And they're like, what, really? And I explained it to him and they're like, holy shit, really? And I'm like, yeah, man, that's one of my childhood heroes. Like, he's the only reason why, because of the stuff he was doing, he's the only reason why I ever switched the channel from WWF back then to WWE on commercials, or WCW on commercials. Otherwise, I'd have never given a shit about WCW. But that shit was fucking fire. And we've talked about it hundreds of times. So yeah, I'm thinking, that was kind of a bummer, but he came in and like, in kind of like, I got up because that's a polite thing to do. And, just blew my mind again, just how nice the guy is. Like, I've talked to him probably a few times and just, it blows my mind. Like, it's great. And the kid that helped him was just like, why didn't you just take him? I'm like, cause I was being polite to my other customers, but I also wanted to make sure that he came in here and he got somebody to take care of him, wasn't standing around and waiting. So I let my customers know, like, hey, hold on, give me a second. I'm on the lot. He's going to come up and wait for me to talk to him anyways. Right. So I'm already standing there. I might as well shake his hand, talk to him for a minute, walk him inside, make him feel welcome, pass him off, and then go back out to my people that weren't buying. So, which is all right. I mean, shit happens. He's going to split. He said he'll split the deal with me. So, so that'd be cool. That'll be a pretty nice paycheck off of that thing. So, so anyways, so if if this podcast with the Undercard podcast doesn't come to fruition, which I'm kind of starting to think that it's not going to, because again, I haven't heard from the guys almost 2 weeks now. We'll roll sound Saturday early evening, if that works for you. Probably around the same time.
Okay.
And rock and roll. I heard rumor that Vince McMahon has a place out here.
Huh.
So, yeah, pretty exciting stuff there. But this is for the YouTube viewers, all like 2 of you right now. I'm gonna kick rocks. I'm gonna finish up a quick little conversation with Al and get down the road. I have to finish getting ready for work, getting my stuff ready for work tomorrow, and get ready for bed and shit, because I have to go to work tomorrow early in the morning, where Al doesn't go to work till later in the day. And that's
the butt crack of 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yep. So, and that's kind of what I wanted to touch on. Oh, my back. That's kind of what I wanted to touch on really quick with you guys too. Like, I know not everybody's going to see this live, so this is for everybody that's going to check this out, that listens to the show or watches this stuff or watches the Facebook channel or the Facebook page or whatever. As you just heard, Al and I work very different work schedules. So it's hard for Al and I to have a set day that works for the 2 of us to get together and actually do this. And that's why there was kind of a gap, because I was starting a new job and trying to get used to everything and working 2 jobs at the time. So it's hard for Al and I to get together.
And then I went ahead and I got a different job. Basically told my old job to F off.
So with Al and I both here, I can tell you at least you'll get a show out of us once a week. obviously I do a hockey side. I'm trying to figure out how to supplement that. As you guys can see, I got a new setup late last year, and with the new setup and the things that I had to download onto the laptop to make everything compatible and to work, I somehow lost my ability to use my old microphone. Plug it in the same hole, doesn't work. Everything's got to run through the soundboard, and I really don't feel like unplugging my soundboard and packing it out with me everywhere I go to do the Quake stuff at the arena. This next season, I promise you there'll be a lot of Quake stuff, but again, a lot of participation goes into this, guys. You guys spoke on Twitter, and I got a couple wrestling guests. Please don't be crazy with it and tell me that I need to get, I need to reach
Andre
out.
the Giant.
What?
Andre the Giant, right?
Yeah. Or even.
Yeah. Every time I do like a Facebook survey, like about, who to, stuff like that, I always get someone suggesting like, there's no chance in hell I could get that guy, like someone who's dead.
Well, like
someone who's WWE lockdown in contract.
Well, yeah, and keep it within reason. Like, obviously, like I think I'm a big deal, and Al thinks we're a big deal. But in reality, to some of these people that you guys have asked me to reach out to in the past, I don't have the means to reach out to them. If you guys pay any attention, I took a huge leap of faith. And if you guys know me personally, you know that I do not like rejection. I'm scared to death of it. I'm 35 years old and I don't like to be rejected. Can't stand it. It's a huge momentum killer. And this podcast thing that I've been doing with Al and with the Quake guys and a few wrestling guests that I've had, I've gotten a lot of momentum. So I haven't went outside of my comfort box to people that either Al or our promoter friend have told me, hey, go reach out to this guy. I've already kind of planted the seeds, or this gal, and they'll be more than happy to do it. Right. But I reached out to DDP's people, and it sounds like I might actually get a chance to get Diamond Dallas Page on this very show, sometime in the next couple months. It all just depends upon his tour schedule and everything. And Al, you better make yourself available for that shit.
I'll try.
I'm literally just throwing that out there. Like, that's where I'm at. So anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching later. Whatever. Keep following the podcast, guys. I promise you good things are coming. Al, you got anything you want to say to the people before we jet set?
Keep tuning in.
Because I promise you guys, Al and I are always plotting and scheming and figuring something out to try to make the show bigger and better. So, guys, I'll see you next time. Until then, Al's going to keep talking to me for another couple minutes because it's what we do, and this stuff you guys don't need to hear. So, not yet anyways. When we get Patreon going, you guys stick around for the whole conversation and pay for that shit. No, I'm just kidding. Love you guys.